The papyrus, put it on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you say how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
Hello, welcome to the Papyrus TV Africa News Updates. First, the headlines. Family of late Chief of Army Staff, Lagbaja, announces burial dates. UCH Ibadan Medical Services disrupted by 17-day power outage. Dogara speaks on measures to boost Nigeria's development. Experts reveal shocking details about new terrorist group. Ipman secures deal with Dangote Refinery. Kano governor presents budget of hope for 2025. Economists calls for repurposing of refineries. The news in full. The family of late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, has announced that his burial will be held on Friday, 15th November 2024 in Abuja. This was confirmed by his elder brother, Moshood Lagbaja, during a condolence visit from the St. Charles Grammar School Oshobo Old Boys Association, SCOBA, in Oshobo, Osun State. Though the military is yet to release his remains, they assured the family that Lieutenant General Lagbaja will be accorded his full honors with a dignified burial. During the visit, SCOBA representatives, led by First Vice President Engineer Adeshina Salami, presented a condolence letter from the Global President Tade Adekunle and General Secretary Leye Odetoyinbo. Salami described the late general as an exceptional individual, a proud Chilean, and a distinguished military leader, whose service to the nation was deeply admired. Meanwhile, medical services at the University College Hospital (UCH) in Ibadan has been severely disrupted following a 17-day power outage due to unpaid electricity bill. A video circulating on social media shows distressed patients and families protesting the lack of electricity and water, which has critically affected essential services, including lab tests and surgeries. The Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company, IBEDC, reportedly disconnected UCH over the unpaid bill, with patients in the video pleading, "People are in pain, people are dying in the ward. UCH, don't kill us. We need power." According to UCH management, the hospital falls under the Band A tariff, requiring 80 million naira monthly payments, highlighting the financial strain in sustaining operations. Continuing, former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, has voiced concerns about Nigeria's lagging development, attributing it to inadequate investment in education. Speaking on Sunday, 10th November, at the 50th anniversary celebration of Nakam Memorial School in Plateau State, Dogara emphasized the role of education in driving national progress, highlighting how countries like South Korea and the Asian Tigers prioritized education to achieve remarkable growth. Dogara pointed to Kenya as an example, noting that despite fewer resources and a smaller population, Kenya's budget surpasses Nigeria's due to its high literacy rate and commitment to education. He urged Nigerian leaders to recognize education as the key to unlocking the nation's potential and addressing infrastructure gaps. Educated minds, he said, can build schools, construct roads, and generate electricity, even where infrastructure is lacking. He called on federal, state, and local governments to invest more in education and human capital as a critical strategy for lifting Nigeria out of poverty and ensuring sustainable development. In a rather disturbing report, a security expert and representative of the Arewa Consultative Forum, ACF, has confirmed that the Lukwara terrorist group has been operating in northern Nigeria for several years. The defense headquarters has recently announced the emergence of the group in Nigeria's northwest, but Bolama Bokati, a security expert and ACF publicity secretary, Zakir Mohammed Baba, clarified that Lukuwara has been active in the region since at least 2016. Bukati explained that the group has intermittently operated in northwestern Nigeria for over 6 years, often crossing into Nigeria before retreating to the Sahel or Niger. He emphasized that the Nigerian army and police have long been aware of Lakuwara's presence, noting that the military engaged with the group back in 2018 and forced them back to Niger. Mohammed Baba further corroborated Bukati's statement, revealing that the DSS has known about the group's activities since at least 2017 or 2018, highlighting that this is not a new development. Moving on, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, has reached an agreement with Dangote Refinery for the direct supply of fuel products, aiming to ensure a steady and affordable supply of premium motor spirits (PMS) across Nigeria. This partnership, confirmed by IPMAN's national president Abubakar Garima, follows extensive discussions with Aliko Dangote and the refinery team in Lagos. Garima highlighted that Dangote Refinery will provide IPMAN with direct access to PMS, automotive gas oil, and dual-purpose kerosene for distribution across its depots and retail outlets. He called on IPMAN members to support the collaboration, noting its potential to bolster Nigeria's foreign exchange reserves, create job opportunities, and align with the President Bola Tinubu's economic vision. The partnership is set to enhance distribution efficiency, stabilize fuel supply, and potentially reduce prices nationwide. Dangote Refinery, the largest in Africa, plans to supply over 30,000 IPMAN members and 150,000 retail locations, eliminating intermediaries to help cut costs and foster economic growth. Furthermore, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf has presented a 549.16 billion naira budget proposal for 2025 to the Kano State House of Assembly. The budget of hope, human capital, and economic development emphasizes key areas like education, infrastructure, and human capital growth. The budget outlines allocations as follows: 57% for capital expenditures and 43% for recurrent expenses. Key allocations include 168.35 billion naira, which is 31% of the total budget for education, and 98.24 billion naira, which is 17.57% for governance institutions. 90.6 billion naira, which is 16.5% for health, and 70.68 billion, 12.87% for infrastructure development. Agriculture receives 21.04 billion naira, with additional significant allocations covering water supply and rural development with 27.24 billion naira. Security and emergency services 23.46 billion naira, and support for women, youth, and individuals with special needs 17.34 billion naira. Environmental protection and sanitation receive 15.52 billion naira, and transportation is allocated 12.81 billion naira. Governor Yusuf stated that the budget is designed to meet the aspirations of Kano's residents, boost economic growth, and reduce dependence on federal funds. He committed to improving public service efficiency, advancing governance, and boosting employee morale. Speaking of the House, Alhaji Falgore commended the governor for the timely presentation, assuring that the deliberations would commence soon, and urged ministries, departments, and agencies to prepare for budget defense sessions. Conclusively, an economist known as Kelvin Emmanuel has dismissed hopes of reviving Nigeria's government-owned refineries, describing them as dead assets. Emmanuel criticized the government's repeated failures to restart facilities like the Port Harcourt Refinery, which has missed over 8 reopening deadlines despite heavy investments and 6 decades of attempted management. He argued that Nigeria's refineries are unsustainable and suggested repurposing them for blending low-grade fuel rather than continuing with costly attempts at full-scale revival. The Port Harcourt refinery, with a 250,000 barrel per day capacity, remains dormant, while Nigerians face record high petrol prices exceeding 1,000 naira.
The papyrus